right, welcome to the second movie review. My name is Ernesto Martinez, and joining me all the way from Puerto Rico is Ariel Rivera. Ariel, say hello.
What's up? What's up? What it is?
All right, so the movie we're going to be reviewing today is Need for Speed, starring Aaron Paul.
Yeah.
So, Ariel, you saw the movie fresh out of the theater. What can you tell us about a quick summary of it without delving into spoilers?
All right. Without diving into spoilers, the movie is easily about a guy that has a very amazing potential in street racing. In the street racing world, he's recognized, but he has some serious low resources. So he gets into business. The main antagonist of the movie, whose name is Dino, right?
Mm.
So they have a business, and this business goes awfully wrong, according to Dino. Aaron's character Toby thinks otherwise. He thinks it was a great deal. It was the only deal they could have, but Dino disagrees. So they try to resolve things how men resolve things in that world, which is racing. What happens is a guy close to Toby also participates in the race. He's like, say, Toby's little brother, not by blood, but by recognition. He recognizes the guy as little brother, and what happens during this race is that Dino, through a method of using the car, crashes Toby's brother and kills him. What happens is they judge him for killing the guy because it was an accident. Because since Dino has a lot of money, he disappears that car, the main car. So it only appears that only 2 cars were stolen and one of them crashed. So now he has that. He has a motive. When he comes out, he wants revenge.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to beat Dino in this race, which is, what's the name of the race again? I forgot this.
De Leon Grand Prix.
The De Leon race.
Yeah.
So what he does, he tries to. This is him getting into the De Leon race. The movie's about him getting into the De Leon race, and to finally challenge Dino in this grudge match. In this, they want this to be between these two.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not gonna get into that many spoilers. I don't want to ruin the movie. The movie is actually pretty good. It impresses me. So it's basically that's basically the summary.
Yeah, that's the story that the writers had to come up with, because you and I have played the Need for Speed games at one time in our lives, and it's pretty much straight up. You join a race, customize your cars, and try not to get caught by the cops as you're racing. Because you can go as fast as you can, but once the cops stop you, that's it. In the movie, you have to do something entirely different, because for an hour and 30 at least, you got to have a story surrounding the main focus of this plot, which is just racing. But there comes a time when you're trying to focus so much on story that you forget what your main goal of the movie is, which is Need for Speed. And when I went watching this movie, I was like, "Oh, here we go! Great stunts, fast cars." I'm not complaining there, but then it stops. When the cars aren't running, or when they are running, the characters start. They try to develop the characters, and it almost feels like the story is like taking over what's supposed to be called Need for Speed. Like, it's not, the high octane just slows down, and you're like, all right, well, all right, can we get to see another race now? Because this isn't really interesting me. And that's how I felt watching this movie. What do you think? Did you at one point feel that watching it?
But when you look at it from that perspective, I gotta say the movie was a lot better than I expected it to be. However, when we're talking about staying faithful to the series, well, it turned into there was racing, and then after that, it turned into a tale of cross country.
Yeah.
I'm going across the U.S. and I'm driving in this amazing car, and this state is amazing, this state is amazing, this state is amazing, but can we please get to the racing part?
Yeah, which seems to take a long time just to get there.
I think in a movie based on a game about racing, I can actually count the races with one hand. Let's see. It was 1, 2, 3, and there was that chasing part, which makes it 4.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not complaining. I mean, the races were great. All the the stunt and choreography of those races, which look real by the way. There was a lack of CG. It was all models. It was all performed by pros. It was really great. I mean, I. If you were to tell me that did I get my money's worth? Yeah, I got my money's worth when I saw those points. The only problem was that the characters that was a problem for me. I mean, as much as I like Aaron Paul, as much as I liked him on Breaking Bad, he cannot hold this movie on his own. Because you notice at times that he's really trying very hard just to sound like the tough guy, like the guy everybody's supposed to look and say, "Oh man, this guy's gonna kick my ass in a race." And sometimes I feel like he's trying too hard just to be that guy, like being like the Dominic Toretto of this movie series, and he just couldn't convince me. I mean, when it came to drama, he did great, but when he tried to be his own man, it was just like, dude, no, just get in the car and start racing.
Yeah, his portrayal of trying to be the bad boy, like the worship.
Yeah.
He tried. It wasn't there. However, I do have to admit, I do like the fact that they hired mostly new actors into this. Maybe that has something to do with it. Most of them I hadn't seen them before, and if I had, maybe it was like one series or maybe one movie or something.
Yeah, I've seen them. I've seen them here and there. I can see what they were trying to go here. They're trying to go for a young crowd to attract a young audience for the film series, and I can understand that. But I'm not gonna start saying that you can do it better. I'm just trying to say that if this is your intent, then there are better ways of executing it. To get that kind of reaction from an audience. Like, let's say for example, one of the characters, the guy who calls himself a mechanic. There's this one scene where he's trying to hit on these supermodels, and they all ignore him because, hey, I'm a mechanic, and they walk away from him. And then we cut back to a scene where he's got his regular job, and then he does this crazy thing, so they never hire him back again. See, you could have done something like that instead of insulting my intelligence. Like, okay, I'm not this stupid. I don't think I need this kind of stupidity in a movie to say, okay, I'm young, I'm dumb, I can come in and watch something just because to have fun. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, again, when I first saw the trailer of the movie, there has been this bad experience of the movie versions of video games.
Uh-huh.
I mean, in which eventually something is lost, either the faithfulness to the series or the effects of the movie. Something eventually is lost. In this one, well, what I was expecting, according to the trailers, was the Fast Furious reject meets the retarded son of Faster. It's a movie which is a movie in which The Rock appears in. It's not the best movie in the world, I have to admit. The Rock could have done better. It's one of those Rock bad movies. Yes, he has a few. But I was expecting that. I got something better made, but at the same time, it wasn't the Need for Speed I was expecting.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I will say this: when it's all said and done, all the car chases, all the races, they were really worth the time. Am I wrong? Am I right?
Oh no, the chase, the chase when a car appeared on scene.
Yeah.
No, wait, not when a car. When two cars appeared on the scene, it was worth it. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
It was.
And then when you realize at the end that it was all just one big Ford Mustang commercial, just to promote the next generation of Mustang cars. At the end, when you see the big red Mustang, that's like, this was all one big Ford commercial, wasn't it?
Oh, yes, it was. But, hey, I'll take that Mustang any day if it comes with anything in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Anyway, focus. Back to the movie.
Yeah. At the end, when it's all said and done, it really was all about the car chases, the final race, the De Leon that we finally get to see, because it's always been hosted by Michael Keaton's character, which you almost never see except when it really matters. And he's always talking about, racing is a high art that only people behind fast cars can understand, which complete bullshit. But I'm not gonna judge. I don't go in my car drive 90 miles an hour just to make it to work.
I tried. I tried to leave late just to do that.
Yeah.
But I don't get past 75. So
All right. So we're almost running out of time here. So
Michael Keaton was Beetlejuice. I'm just saying. His character was just like a portrayal of Beetlejuice.
yeah.
Again.
So quickly right now, overall, we can agree that we liked it for what it was trying to accomplish. Wasn't strong on characters, was very strong on action, which was basically the main selling point of the movie. And when it really got down to it, it delivered, no questions asked. Do you think that there is a chance at seeing Aaron Paul back in this what could potentially be a franchise for him to get him into the movie universe?
I have a feeling that there might be a second movie on the Need for Speed franchise. I have a strong feeling that it might. I mean, I don't think they're just gonna leave it in one. Me personally, I don't think they're gonna leave it in one. They're gonna try and do a better version. Because then again, Need for Speed has been running for a while, so they're gonna try to keep more things from the Need for Speed franchise into the movies. So I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a second one. And yes, Aaron Paul might be seen in more movies. I might see him in one or two more movies.
Yeah. If they do a second one, the only thing that I would like to see is, cause since it's all about cops and drag racing, I would like to see more cop characters involved in the Need for Speed movie, and just make it between the cops and the speed and the Need for Speed world, kind of like Fast and the Furious, but less about trying to put a cop undercover to befriend a speedster, and more about, oh, you know what, these guys are bad. The guys who are speeding are the good guys, and the guys who are the cops are the bad guys, and just making it into a good versus bad kind of way, but just for young people in a way.
Exactly.
So overall, how would you rate it on a 1 to 5 scale or a 1 to 10 scale? What's your scaling?
If we take it into a 1 to 10, I would rate it in a 7, no more than a 7.5. It would be in that margin between 7 and 7.5.
And I would give it a 3 out of 5, and that's just for the movie delivering on the action and the visuals, and the rest is just because the whole concentration of how they were doing their characters wasn't exactly on par with what I was looking for. But at the end of the day, I had fun, and I really can't dispute it for that.